Hello everyone, good afternoon, it's Miss Myers. This is a tutorial for the worksheet for 3rd and 4th grade for the week of March 30th through April 3rd. Now, this is a really long packet. If you pick it up in person, you'll see that I only copied it to page 14. I think I'm going to split this one in half. So if you have downloaded the whole thing, only fill it up till page 14. Okay, and there's actually one page I was looking at that I think we're gonna skip too. So if you have a physical packet, the crossword puzzle, we're not gonna do that right now. If you downloaded the whole thing, just fill it out to page 14 and then save the rest for later when we go over it some more. Okay, so let's get started with this. So the first thing the students are going to do is they're going to draw a line, okay? Two lines actually. They're going to draw a line to what they think the instrument is and then what family it belongs to. See if I get that right. So if it's a trumpet, you're going to say trumpet, brass family. Okay, if it's a violin, you're going to draw a line. I didn't do this one. Violin, and then string family. Okay, and so on and so forth. Now, there are two instruments in here that actually go twice as the brass family. Okay, your trombone. Okay, your trombone goes here, and then you're going to draw the brass family. Now, on the bottom, you're going to try to name another instrument that is a member of the family, okay? If you can't answer all of these, don't worry. I know we went over this a lot in class, and I showed you a bunch of these instruments. We had a whole long month full of instruments of the orchestra, so a lot of this is a review, but there's a lot of stuff in this packet that we did not go over. So for example, what family does the xylophone belong to? If you don't remember, that's okay. Belongs to the percussion family though, so you know that now. Okay, so that's page number 1. All right, there's a lot of these in here. You're going to fill out all these. What you're going to do is you are going to read about the string family, okay, and then you're going to try and cross out any instrument that does not belong to the string family. So any instrument that you can't pluck, okay, that doesn't have any strings, doesn't belong there, okay. If you want to fill this out, you can, because we talked about, things that were part of the string family probably the most. And then on the bottom, if you can name me just 2 instruments that you would find in an orchestra, or even just one, I'll be happy with that, okay? So cross them out, name any more that might not be up here, and then name me 1 or 2 that you think might be in the orchestra. So that's page 2. All right, page 3, multiple choice, tick the correct family. So they're going to give you the name of an instrument, and you're going to try to check mark what family you think it's in. So if it's an oboe, check mark woodwind, double bass, check mark string, bass drum, percussion. Okay, you can see I did the next line, and you're just going to go ahead and do that. If you don't know, you never heard of the instrument, like for example down here, euphonium, I don't think we ever talked about. It's actually a fancy name for baritone. So you would actually cross that in brass, okay? Gong we never talked about, but that's a big metal thing that they hit. That's percussion, okay? Just to give you some clues to what those are. So just check what family you think each instrument belongs to. All right, so just like the string family that you did, you're going to read about the woodwind family up here, and then you're going to cross out anything that does not belong to woodwinds, okay? So lute doesn't belong. Guiro, which is actually a Spanish percussion instrument, does not belong, okay? If you're not sure, you don't know, that's okay. Also, in this section here, name some that might not be up here. Don't worry about that, because we didn't really talk too much about all the woodwind families or woodwind instruments that exist, so don't really worry about filling this out. But again, I do want you to fill out the bottom. So I want you to name me 1 or 2 instruments, okay, that do belong in the orchestra and the woodwind family, okay? Clarinet, oboe, flute, okay? Just name me 1 or 2. So next sheet, word search. I do want you to do this one, okay? You have the words, okay? You're going to find them. You're going to circle them just like you've been doing, and then you're going to tick them off okay? Cross them off when you find them, and then I want you to name what family they belong to, okay? So be aware that some of them are backwards, like drum, okay? Viola is backwards, okay? Bassoon is backwards, so be aware that this word search, you might have words that are going backwards, diagonal, across, all kinds of ways. So, okay. Another one of these. So you're going to cross out anything that does not belong in the brass family. So you're going to read about the brass family and how that works, and then find instruments that don't belong, like oboe doesn't belong, okay, guitar doesn't belong. Remember, saxophone is a woodwind instrument because it's played with a reed, okay? So cymbals too. Okay, skip this part. I don't want to know. You don't have to name them. But again, over here, I want one or two instruments that you find in the symphony orchestra. Okay, trumpet, trombone, French horn is another. All right, so fill that out. Okay, this is the one you're gonna skip. You're gonna skip the crossword. Don't worry about it. Okay, so worksheet number 7, don't do it. Moving on. Percussion family. Okay, same thing. Why did I circle piano? Remember, piano is in 2 families. It's in the strings and it's in the percussion. So that's why. Don't cross it out. Read about it. Cross out what is not in there. Okay, so tuba is not in the percussion. Bassoon's not in the percussion. Okay, but a piano certainly would be. Okay, remember that. Skip this part. Go ahead. I want you again to name me 1 or 2 instruments that are in the symphony orchestra. Now, timpani and triangle for sure. You might also find bells. You might find a piano in there. Okay, you're not so much gonna find bongos. Not a lot. Okay, probably no tambourines. Okay, xylophone maybe, but marimba more likely. So just name me 1 or 2. I gave you 2. You can copy it off. That's fine by me. All right. Worksheet number 9. We're going on. Okay. This is a coloring activity. So blue for the percussion. Give you a hint. The percussion's usually sitting in the back over here. Okay. Green for woodwinds, which are usually in the middle. Okay. All 4 of those actually. Yellow for brass. Brass is usually next to the percussion right here. Okay, so you're going to color them yellow, and then everything else red for strings. Okay, strings are on the end right here. Okay, here's strings. Don't forget the double basses are strings too. Also the harp right there. Don't forget the harp. The harp is needs to be colored red. All right, so color them accordingly on worksheet 9. Okay, this one, facts about the orchestra. I'm holding up the answers. If you find this to be too tricky, just skip it. I'm okay with that. It's just some fancy words that people use, definitions. We probably will be going over this when we do distance learning. Hold on to it, but if you can't fill it out right now, don't worry about it. But I've given you the answers to the questions. So, for example, the art of arranging music for an orchestra is called instrumentation. Okay, number 4, the person controlling the performance is the conductor. So there's a lot of words on here that we've never talked about. You know, fill it out if you want to. You could even look on this, but don't worry about it if you can't. Okay, odd one out. So with this one, worksheet 11, you're going to cross out any of the instruments that are not in the family. Okay, so if you see more brass instruments than you do, and then 1 woodwind, cross out the woodwind. Okay, cross out the piccolo. Okay, here we see cello, double bass, viola. Those are all strings. So timpani is a percussion. It doesn't belong. Cross it out. Okay, same thing here. Oboe, bassoon, flute, all woodwinds. Cross out castanets. Okay, by the way, cor anglais, that's an English horn. That's part of the brass. Okay, so for example, this one, I see a tuba, French horn, trombone, triangle, not a brass. I'm going to cross it out. Okay, so there you go. Just fill out that. Okay, and then finally, the last one that you're going to do, sorry, aerophones. Okay, you can read what aerophones are. So aerophones are not just limited to woodwind instruments, okay? They're also brass instruments as well, because what do? We're using air coming from us to create the sound. Okay, so that's what an aerophone is. You're gonna unscramble. Yeah, so you're gonna unscramble. So, sorry, I'm just talking a lot. So I've already done a few. You could see organ, flute, whip, bugle, cornet, bassoon. I crossed them out. I'll do one more. I'm gonna do this one right here. So I'm pretty good at these. Not everybody is, but I can see these have the same letters as the word trumpet. So I'm going to put TRUMPET. Okay, trumpet, and then I'm gonna find trumpet over here. Where is it? Yep, there it is on the bottom. And cross out trumpet. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. Do as many as you can. If you can't do them all, don't worry about it. The more you do, though, the easier you'll get, because then you'll be like, well, it can't be that because I already did that one. Okay, so this packet is really long, very, very long. So I am not assigning very much for you next week because this week's packet was so long. Keep the packet though, okay? Keep it, because when we start to do distance learning, we're gonna go over this stuff. So I'm gonna be doing Zoom videos, and you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna be okay. Take out your packet from so and so on the orchestra, and let's go over this, and then you'll be able to hopefully show me what you've done. So again, if you have printed out this entire packet, just do up to page 14, please. Okay? If you pick this up Wednesday from the cafeteria, again, pickup times will be from 8:30 to 12:30, and then again at 3:30 to 5:30. So if you pick this up, you're only going to get up to page 14, because it was like a 30-page packet, and I thought, nah, that's a little much for people to do right now. So yeah, but keep it, okay? Keep the packet, and if you have any questions, please send them along to jmeyers@sacprep.org, and I hopefully will see you all very soon. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.